What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I am back with another top 5 video. This is, of course, where I go through my movie collection and I do different topics, directors, genres. I've done a few steelbook videos. I'll be doing boutique videos in the future, whatever you guys want. And I just go through and pick my five favorite of that category in my collection. So, of course, if there is something you want to see specifically, make sure you leave a comment down below on these videos. If I end up picking one that is suggested, I hope I get some suggestions. And if I pick one that's suggested, I'll, of course, give you a shout out. And let me know in the comments below what your top 5 are of the one I'm doing today. Of course, make sure you give the video a like just so you can help us out. It definitely helps the channel out. And please consider subscribing. Make sure you hit that bell icon. That way you get notified every time we drop new videos. Now, last week, I did Steven Spielberg. This week, Ridley Scott. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to go right in. Again, these are in order. So this is my 5th, then 4th, then 3rd, then 2nd. And this one was hard. Honestly, this one was hard. I have a lot of Ridley Scott films, and I like a lot of Ridley Scott films. But when I really looked at the filmography, I said, I feel comfortable with saying, even though one of these is pretty new, these 5 are, I think, the ones I would go to most. So that was my criteria. So let's just kick it off. My number 5 is just 2 great actors. One of my favorite actors, if not my favorite actor. That's Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe in American Gangster. Fantastic film. I think it's somehow underrated. I just feel like it at this point, maybe it's just because it's been out for a few years. I don't know, but even in like Denzel's filmography, I think it doesn't get talked about as much as it should. I think it's a great gangster film. Denzel Washington is fantastic in it. Russell Crowe is really good in it. And I think those roles are usually, not that Russell Crowe plays a lot of bad guys, but I just feel like he's a little more edgy. And Denzel's usually a good guy in movies, besides Training Day and this, really. So it's interesting to see Russell Crowe be the cop and then Denzel Washington being the criminal. But I think it works. Ridley Scott's direction is great. The supporting cast is great in this movie. The music is great. I absolutely love this film. I think it's fantastic. So that's my number 5. Now, this was the one I struggled with most. Was place 1 and 2 was easy. It was very easy to do. But 3 and 4, I went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this is what I ended up landing on, for better or worse. My number 4, this is another one that I think a lot of people don't enjoy that much. Well, 50-50. I could go up to 10 people, and 5 of them will tell me they like it, and 5 will tell me they don't. I think it's great, and that's going to be Prometheus. I don't know what it is about this movie. I saw this in the theater, and I was just blown away. I thought the visuals were incredible. The cast, again, another great cast. Noomi Rapace and Charlize Theron and Idris Elba and Michael Fassbender and the guy, not Tom Hardy, I always call him, Logan Marshall Green, Diet Tom Hardy, if you will. And I just think this movie is great. I don't understand the hate that much. Sure, there's a couple of decisions that characters make in this movie that are not the smartest or best. And I get that. But at the same time, I feel like the pros outweigh the cons severely. I love the design of the creator guys. I think David is a very interesting character, Michael Fassbender's character. And yeah, I just think it's a great film. I think it goes good with the Alien franchise. I like this better than most of the Alien sequels. Besides Aliens, I like it better than all the other ones. So yeah, that's going to be my number 4. Okay, this is why I struggle with this, because this movie's new, but I fell in love with this when I saw it. I ranked it as my number 1 movie the year it came out, and that's going to be The Last Duel. Now, usually for me, I won't put like movies that came out in the last 2 or 3 years in someone's like top filmography, like their rankings. But every once in a while, I'll watch a movie and just be totally blown away by it. And this is one of those instances. Again, another great, every Ridley Scott movie has a great cast, but Jodie Comer is amazing in this. Adam Driver, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's such a slime in this movie. And I love the storytelling technique of telling this same story from 3 different perspectives. And each one is different. You know, it's the same story, but it's a totally different viewpoint on it. I thought that was very clever. The battle scene at the end, the actual duel, is fantastic. And he just knocks these like period pieces out of the park. So I don't care if it's new. I will put this up against all his other movies besides my top 2, And I think it's fantastic. So Last Duel was my number 3. Number 2 for me, this is a 2-pack, but it's going to be the one on the top. Gladiator. Gladiator is just great. Russell Crowe is amazing in it. Joaquin Phoenix, amazing villain in this movie. The score by Hans Zimmer, iconic. The battle scenes, the gladiator scenes, everything about it. The production design is top notch, and most of his movies it is. And the performances are great. Everything about it is just fantastic. So I don't really want to keep going too much. I mean, Gladiator is a very popular movie, I know, but it's popular for a reason because it's really fantastic. And my number 1, this one, you probably saw this coming. It's going to be Alien. I just think, to me, I know, you get the 2 camps usually, the Alien camp and the Aliens camp. I think both are great. I think both are 10 out of 10 movies. I actually don't have a problem with Aliens. I don't have a problem with Alien. I just feel like they're different genres. This is more sci-fi horror, and that's more sci-fi action. So I feel like action fans tend to lean towards Aliens. Horror fans generally, not always, but generally tend to lean towards Alien. That's me. I do love both genres, but Alien just works for me on a level that is different than Aliens. Aliens is just, like I said, fast-paced action, tons of alien shooting and Marines and all that. And this is more, I think Sigourney Weaver is amazing in this. More of a slow burn, suspenseful film. Again, perfect production design. 4K looks great. So that's my number 1 favorite Ridley Scott movie of all time. It's Alien. So now we're going to take a little detour in the next video. I did a couple of directors, and I'll do more if you guys have requests. But my next video is actually going to be my top 5 favorite out-of-print Blu-rays that I have in my collection. So that'll be the next one. Until then, take it easy.